Okay, let me start over again. Who is in the room with me? I got one person. Let me start off with saying my scariest paid to drive. Hey, buddy. Hi. You know what? I've been catching your streams, and sometimes, I heard that you were doing, Uber, but then I didn't catch what happened to it. What's up? What happened to you driving for Uber? Paid to drive? You're doing Uber right now. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. So are you driving and listening to me while you're driving? Doing GrubHub part-time. Yeah, the thing is I just don't make the money with at this very second I'm home. Oh, okay. Okay. So, awesome. I just don't make the money delivering. Now, I've talked to GrubHub people and I've talked to DoorDash people, and they say they make more money doing DoorDash and GrubHub than they do Uber. But I don't make the money doing Uber Eats as I do. Yes, I drive. I would say, I don't say I drive full time. I probably drive 30 hours a week. No way, they don't make more. You don't think they make more? You don't think that GrubHub and DoorDash make more than Uber Eats? At least that's, that at least, I'll run into other people what they'll do is they'll, oh, wait, you said. A lot of times I'll run into people that'll do DoorDash and GrubHub at the same time. And they said they'll make more. The only reason Uber Eats is able to do Uber Eats is because they opened it up to you. Misunderstood what I said. Yeah, I think the only reason that Uber Eats and GrubHub are able, Uber Eats is able to keep going is because some of the Uber X drivers will do Uber Eats. Yeah, Uber Eats customers hardly ever tip, and that hurts drivers. Exactly. And Uber came on once and said, what the CEO said, oh, it's a really good idea to tip and tip big, blah, blah, blah. But the problem with that is they still make it difficult in the app for customers to tip. And it's just a well-known fact that customers don't have to tip. And so they don't. I have a couple of Uber X questions, if you don't mind. Oh, go ahead and shoot. Let me know. Maybe I'll turn them into videos. Do you ever get anxiety or get nervous when you start your picking up passengers? Do you ever get anxious or get nervous when you start your day picking up passengers? If so, what do you do? How do you get to feel more comfortable? You know what? With anxiety of picking up passengers. I don't know if I get anxious. I mean, one thing that I've been anxious about picking up passengers, this has actually been something that's been going on recently. My son wrecked the front of my car, and it's like I got the front of my car duct taped, and I've been really anxious, worried that people are going to report me. And part of the thing is I'm a people person, okay? But it took me a long time to be able to be not so anxious and be able to be, I've always been kind of a public speaker type anyway. But it doesn't mean when you're like talking to other people that you're not anxious. It means you're more able to walk through the, it's just like time and consistency. It takes time and consistency. A firefighter, when he goes into a burning building, everybody says, oh, he's got courage, but that doesn't mean that he is not afraid of the frickin' fire when he walks in that burning building. He is scared as crap, but he is there to do a job, and he focuses on other things like the lives that he's going to be saving. He goes, oh, yeah, you're right, I could. Yeah, but I do, yes, and I have done public engagements before, and yeah, that's a great way to explain it. Yeah, I have done public speaking engagements, and I was very scared. And one thing, and my big problem, like with doing videos, is I say so much, and then I can speak well, but I'll say like 50 million times, and I get nervous, and I think I say more when I'm nervous, and I'll, so I don't know. It's walking through the nervousness and going to the other side, So is that the only question you had? It's all good. I do that too, saying and and like yeah, when I was a kid, I would say every other word, and my aunt would make fun of me. I sometimes get a little nervous. You never know what their personality is like. You don't, whoops. Oh, here we go. You don't know where their destination is until you start the trip. Yes, one thing I did, that's another thing about starting the trip. You get them in the car, and then you kind of got to feel them out. Because one thing I usually do is I don't start the trip. I wait, I sit down for a second, and I always make sure I give myself a second to wait for the app to load properly. I don't take off before the app is entirely loaded. And that's kind of like a counting to 10 moment. Like, okay. And then I like welcome to them to the car by saying, okay, I have gum and chargers back there, and I have candy, help yourself. I have, in the summer when it's really hot, I put my waters on ice, and I'll say, if you'd like ice water up front here, you have feel them out to see if they want to talk, if they just want to keep to themselves and look at their phone the whole time. Exactly. You know what, though? I am really guilty of not paying attention enough. I just got back my Lyft report last week. I don't get it all the time. When I first started, I got, bad marks all the time, and I had to dig myself up from like a 3.8 rating, and I got bad marks because I did stuff like I had a really poor navigation, and then I would talk incessantly like nervous talk, because I would talk incessantly. And people wanted to, especially like sometimes people didn't want to listen to me. And I would make navigation errors because I'm originally from Michigan, so I don't know the city as well. So sometimes I would make navigation, talking too much, talking too much and navigation errors because I didn't know the city too well. And but people don't understand. People don't understand, especially if you're new. People don't understand, like, navigation errors. They want to be where they want to be, and they want to be when it says going to be. They don't want to be there 10 or 15 minutes later, or even 5 minutes later sometimes. But you know what really happens to me? Did you ever have any customers yell at you during the ride? I've been doing this for 1.5 years now, and I'm drinking an Angry Orchard. I drink one a day. I love them. I'm going to be sitting here doing this live stream for an hour. I am definitely not going to drive drunk. By the time I get done with the live stream, it's going to be gone. The alcohol will be out of my system, especially because I'm a big girl. Plus, I'm probably going to I'm sitting here waiting. My spouse is in the bar right now. But drinking in your car, haha, that's ballsy. I know. What the police pull me over. I'm not driving. I'm in an area the police will probably, would probably ask questions. But my spouse is in the bar like a block away. And so I'm probably, even after the live stream, I'm probably going to be just sitting here, for a while waiting. So, yeah. I always drink one of these a night. Sometimes I can't even, I'll only drink half of a Angry Orchard. I just like the taste of them. Green apple I like green apple the best, but I like this. This is just the original. Yes, they get warm fast. They do. But, yeah. One thing, I like them I like them ice cold too. Yeah, I am not a big beer person, but Angry Orchard to me feels, the taste is almost like a beer without the bitterness. I don't like the bitterness of a beer. So, I'll drink one beer, but I won't enjoy it. Do you like that, what is it, that Red's apple or something like that? Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack you. I think you were about to tell a story about a customer who got mad at you. didn't actually get in my car and they were screaming at me. And I think it was because it's been more than one time where they were screaming at me and they didn't actually get in my car. And they were screaming at me and yelling at me over the phone. And all I did is cancel. I didn't let them get, you gotta kind of feel them out even before they get in the car sometimes too. Because this happens all the time. And it happens a lot of time at Bar Crowd. They will call me and it'll take me 2 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes, 5 minutes to get there, but they'll say they've been waiting a half an hour. I've had so many people that are drunk say they've been waiting a half an hour. And I don't know why they're telling me they are waiting a half an hour. So what I usually say is, oh, well, I'm sorry you had a problem. I came right as soon as I got the call. I don't know. I kind of blame it on Uber. I go, maybe Uber called some other people and then, but I came right as soon as I got the call. Maybe the Uber system is messed up. So I'm like, it might be some kind of internal glitch. I did hit, so yes, blame it on Uber. I did have somebody get in the car. This is what I was going to tell when I started out. Can they rate you even if you cancel the trip? No. If you cancel, bam, they can't rate you. Thank God. I try to give good customer service, but I have gone to pick up people. I went to the airport before and a lady was ticked off that she had to wait 10 minutes for me to drive to where she was at. And I was not in the exact place she wanted me to pick her up at. I was, however, in the rideshare loading zone. But she came to my window and she was upset with me, so I canceled her ride and I wouldn't unroll my window and I wouldn't unlock my doors. And she was upset at me yeah. Uber can get upset about, does Uber get upset about too many cancellations? Uber can get as upset as they want because it was brought to court. Somebody won a court lawsuit that you cannot be deactivated for too many cancellations. But people believe, and I believe this too, if there's a bunch of us together and are near each other and the Uber is picking, they're trying to pick not only who is the closest, but they're also going to pair the best drivers. And if you have a bad cancellation rate, you're not going to be picked as much. So, and I do believe that, but I don't know. I have a friend that does Uber Select, and she did Uber X for 1 week, and then she feels now going back to Select, she feels that maybe they're not picking her as much in Select because she did X. So I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't driven Select before. I just like to watch Ryan Peterson, and he talks about Select. Interesting. By the way, what's your name? My name is Mandy. I'm assuming you know my name. Pete. Of course I know your name, Pete. Pete, this is a question I have for you because I don't know as much about... Now, you can make people mediators in your, I figure, I only have 180 subscribers. Mandy, gotcha. Yep, I only have 180 subscribers, but I'm sure if I do a live stream in the future, and I'm going to need a moderator, because here I'm going to be reading all these things, and there's going to be other people doing all sorts of other things. And I noticed that a lot of people will pick one person to moderate for them, so that because they have so much going on, they're trying to pay attention to everybody. So I have no idea how to do that, but I don't get on the computer and I do almost all my stuff on my tablet or my telephone, even making my videos. Tap on my username. Okay. Report, remove, put user in timeout. No. Hide user on this channel. No. It didn't work. Maybe it's because I'm on a telephone. Don't hide me. Well, I know, but I'm trying to figure out how to add you as a moderator because it's not letting me. I'm on an iPhone and it worked. Oh, it's because you're on an iPhone. I'm Android. I do not pay $800 for my telephones. No. That's how you do it. Okay. Well, maybe it'll be different on my tablet, because my tablet's it's Android tablet, but it's a little different. Yeah, they're pricey phones. Yeah, and they wear out quicker than Androids. Yep, they're pricey. I'm not going to pay no $800 for a phone. I'm poor. Yeah. Did I answer your question about how many hours a week I drove? What's your full-time job? This is my full-time job. Working, Uber Eats, Lyft. You're not poor. I know I'm not that poor. I'm not super poor. I'm not super poor, no. Yeah, 30. So it depends on my week. Sometimes I'll go, man, I really need money, and I'll work more. And I'll do like 40, 45. I should say most of the time I do 40, but 30 to 40 hours. Last week I had, like, my girlfriend had a birthday party, so I ended up doing a lot more stuff and running a lot more errands and stuff. So what made you decide to stop doing not doing GrubHub as much? You just need more money? I'm guessing that's what it was. I think that's what you said in your live stream. I was working too many hours. Do you like Lyft payout better or Ubers? Okay. Do you do Lyft or do you do Uber? It was killing me $150 to $200 a day. The reason why you can make even $150 a day doing Uber. If you do like you can make good money doing Uber, doing $150 a day. If you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work until 10. You use both Uber and Lyft, but I haven't taken a lot of Uber trips or Lyft trips yet. Okay. This is the real scheduling trick. I've talked to all the old timers down at the Uber hub at what they do to make, and they make seriously at least $1,000 a week. And they said this is how they do it. They work from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the morning. They go home and they take a nap or something. And then they do the 4 to 7 rush. Or I have to start out early, so I have to, because I live in the up by the Botanical Gardens in the north suburbs. So in order to get into Chicago by 4 o'clock, I got to start out at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And then they just do rush hour, surge hour, try to work in the surge zones. And that is how, and they work to 7 or 8, 9 o'clock at night. And that's how the ones that are the pros that have been doing it for a long time, that's how they do it. They only work surge hours. But you asked me something different, and I totally answered a totally different question. Okay. You said, I feel like getting surge is luck, LOL. Okay, on the weekends, though, if you chase the surge, you usually lose it. Okay. You're right. Chasing surge is not good. I do not chase surge unless it's like 5 minutes away. And even then, I might not even chase it. But I know where the surge, there are the red outline zones. Every day, the city of Chicago, from like 7 in the morning till 9 in the morning, the city of Chicago is outlined in red. And so I work those zones. I go to that zone and I pick people up in that zone. And then from 4 until 7, you got to be in that zone 4 until 7 and get rides in there. Now, of course, it's going to drive you out of the zone, but a lot of times, if you are at least in Chicago, I don't know how it is in your city. I can't remember what city you live. What city did you say you were in, Pete? But in Chicago, if you are in those zones, you can pop around and give little rides inside those zones and end up making buku bucks. And of course, sometimes you end up making a long ride, but of course, you're in the zone and you get a surge and you take a long ride, you know? But you don't chase the surge. You just, when you start your day, you start in the surge and try to be in the surge. And if you learn areas that are busy areas, you start out in those busy areas, and and a lot of times, there's been a lot of times, I live in New York, but I don't live in Manhattan. I live about 40 minutes from New York City. So you drive to New York, or do you drive in New Jersey? Where do you drive at? No. Yeah, but where do you drive at? You drive in New York. Okay. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. Westchester County. Okay. I've heard of it. I'm not super familiar of it. I've only been to New York like one time. I have family in Buffalo, 2 sisters. Yep, it's 40 minutes outside of New York City. North or south? I really need to get my dead butt up and work 5 a.m. to 9, but I cannot get out of bed. North, okay. I cannot get my dead butt out of bed, so I do 2 to 10. But, like today, I didn't even leave till 3. A lot of times I end up doing 3 to 11. Yeah. I like to sleep in. I love to sleep in. I love I usually go to sleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning. From 2 to 10 roughly, how do you make, if you don't mind me ask? How much do you make? About $100. Some days I'll do really good and make more than $100. I usually, if it's a good week, yeah, I usually make about $100. Today, I stopped early. I left late and stopped early. I made $80. And today was a Friday, so I should have made like at least a $150. But I stopped a lot and took a lot of breaks. You know how it goes. I wasn't serious. If I'm serious, I'm like, go, go, go. I didn't do 8 hours. Yeah, I did. I didn't even do 8 hours today. I know, for it's $100 in an 8-hour shift, of course. That's not enough money. I did, I'd say I did, let's see, what time did I leave? I must have been 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. That's 7 hours. Yeah. I know I didn't do 8 hours. I left at like 4 or 5. And I took a really long break. My spouse is a dishwasher. I am married to a Mexican, and my spouse loves being a dishwasher. So, I didn't marry for money, but I'm very happy. My son is 19, and he crashed the front of my car, and he told the police that he had a seizure. Loves being a dishwasher. Was that no, that is real. That is real. My spouse is a dishwasher and loves it. Just loves it. And the reason why my spouse loves being a dishwasher is because it's not hot like being a cook. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, as long as you're happy. That's what's important, right? It's true. You're supposed to marry for love, right? And not money. I mean, maybe maybe you should marry for money first, and then, you know, when as long as you make ends meet, that's all that matters. Yes, but you know what? I can't be married to a dishwasher and live in Chicago. I can't. I've come to that realization. I own a house in Michigan, and eventually we're gonna have to move back to Michigan. So we are. I know marrying for money hardly ever works, and you just got to be with somebody you're happy with. As long as you get money, right? Yeah, thanks, Frank. That's Frank. I didn't realize that was Frank saying that. Frank, are you married? Just got to be happy. That's why I like women who work. There you go. You gotta be with women who work, right? Frank, why aren't you married? Do you have a girlfriend? I likes them Uber women. Frank likes the Uber women. Okay, what's your other Uber and Lyft question? I had a pick rock, but it ran away. See, this is why I love you, Frank. You are such a funny guy. Now I'm trying to be serious because he has a question. Do you keep the radio on or off when you have passengers in your car? What do you listen to? Okay. Hey, Q Storm, Chicago Uber driver. Hey, buddy, what's up? Well, Q Storm, will know this channel. The channel that I usually do is 101.9, the mix, and it's not because it's my favorite channel. I play the CD or the radio, but depends on the writer. Yeah. Okay. I always put it on 101.9, but if I see they're older, 101.9 is the mix, and it's like a pop, modern. How long have you been on? 40 minutes. So I put on pop music, but a lot of times, I will say to people, if you want me to adjust the radio, if you want me to adjust the music, you want your favorite channel, I said usually 101.9, everybody likes the mix. I generally play easy listening, like in the background. Yeah, I usually keep mine on my stereo at 3 notches. That way, if they don't like it, it's not blaring in their ears. I don't put it on loud, you know. Says sometimes a passenger wants to crank it up, and I let them. Yeah, you know what? I had this one. He must have been like 17. He cranked that up all the way, and I had a good time. Hey, I try to keep the radio at a reasonable volume. Yeah, I just keep it at 3 or 4, just enough so I can hear it and it's not blaring in there. And if they want me to change it, because they will say it, I have found some awesome radio stations from other customers, because they were like, well, will you turn it to this channel? And then I found really good channels that I didn't know about, because I'm not originally from this area. I've only been here 2.5, 3 years. Mandy, what kind of car do you drive in what year? My car is a 2017 Toyota Corolla. What groups of girls like to crank it up? What groups of girls like to crank it up and sing-alongs? Usually it's the young girls that want to crank it up. They want it cranked up. Yep, my car is... Yes, my car is brand new and I feel like an idiot. I went there for a hybrid. I wanted a hybrid, and they said, well, we can't finance you on a hybrid. We can finance you on a brand new car, though, because you get $2,000 off. And I said, okay. Idiot. I want a hybrid. But I'm not complaining. This Toyota Corolla, you can run this sucker into the ground. I see tons of Toyota Corollas from like 1966 still going around. Oh, God. I'm serious. I see some granddaddy Toyota Corollas. New Toyota Corolla is real nice. Yeah, it's on... In fact, just before I started this live stream, I was looking at the top 9 Toyota Corollas, or the top... I Googled the top... What are the top best cars to drive Uber and Lyft with? And Toyota Corolla was like the 4th on there. So I was like, yeah. Did you find out how much it was going to cost to fix your car? No, I am still waiting for the insurance. And you know what? They sent me early this week. They said, well, we need your proof of residency. I said, excuse me, you've been sending me the bill all week. All week. You've been sending me the bill for the past however many years, 2-3 years that I've been living in this area. It's been the same address, but you want proof of residency? Okay. Q Storm said something. Let me see what he said. Which rideshare you like better? Everybody asks me which rideshare do I like better. Personally, my personal feeling, I like Lyft better. But Uber is busier and they own 70% of the market. And I see here, okay, here's the thing. If you start with Uber and you drive more for Uber, then you'll get different bonuses if you drive more. And it's the same with Lyft. If you start with Lyft and you drive and more for Lyft, you'll get different bonuses. And you cannot change and decide, oh, I'm going to just drive for Uber a whole bunch, because then you'll mess up. So your bonuses. I like Uber better because I like the app better, but I always run both. I always run both too. I like Lyft in that when I go into the station, they don't try to jack me around. They don't give me canned answers. And those guys in there actually care, and they actually drive. The people that they have at the hub, they actually are drivers. They actually drive. Do you get more Uber rides or more Lyft rides? I get more Uber rides. Remember, Uber owns 70% of the market. When I started driving like a year and a half ago, Lyft had 15% of the market. Now Lyft has 30% of the market. For my situation, I like Uber better, but it's a good fit for me. But you said that was Q-Storm. Q-Storm, you said for your situation, like Uber better, it's a good fit for me. But do you do both? Uber is pretty busy in my area. I'm sure Uber is. But I like that Lyft in our area, it just added incentives for people that don't drive as much. It used to only have one set of incentives, and it was like you had to do 90 rides in a week to get the $300 bonus. And I was like, I'm not doing 90 rides in a week. Quit shaking that bottle at us. I got to drink the rest of this. I drink one wine cooler a day. This is a Angry Orchard. Do you drive in sneakers? My feet used to kill me doing food delivery. Today I drove in flip-flops. Really, I know you're not supposed to drive in flip-flops because you can get your feet wrapped under the thing and accidentally push the... I drive in aqua socks. What the heck are aqua socks, Frank? Today I drove in flip-flops because you don't get out much. Under the pedal, yeah, you can get your thing trapped under the pedal, or you can accidentally get it trapped on the other thing, yeah. Yeah, I drove in these Nike flip-flops. I used to, but most of the time it's easier to get Uber bonuses than Lyft. Yeah, but Lyft now just came out. I did a video on this. Lyft has, they just did this. They just changed this. Now all you have to do is 19 rides in a week and you can get an extra 24 bucks. I'm like, shoot, I'll do 19 rides and I'll get my Uber bonus. They're like shoes made for waiting on the beach. Oh, okay. Those water shoes. You drive in water shoes? Why would you drive in your water shoes, Franco? So you can get out and run out into the beach? They are comfortable. All right. Well, I'll have to see. You know what? I get very picky about my shoes because I don't like uncomfortable shoes. When you get old, you start looking for comfortability and you don't care about style. You're nuts driving around in flip-flops. Haha, that's cool. Comfort is important. Yeah, I shouldn't be driving in no flip-flops. I know. You can get in accidents with flip-flops. Officer's like, why didn't you stop? Well, I have flip-flops on. These are so nice. Got them at Walmart, I think $4. $4! $4. Okay, well, we were supposed to, you know what? We're supposed to be talking. I'm going to share, I hope you don't mind. I want to share my scary story. It's not really scary. I have a time frame when driving. That's why I mostly do Uber. What's your time frame? We were just talking about our time frame. I only brought one. He said, let's have another, Franco said, let's have another Angry Archer. Go ahead and share the scary story. Okay, my scary story. It wasn't really scary like I was gonna get killed. But it kind of was. Because a young guy got in my car. And he must have been 16 or 17. And I think I picked him up in the south side. But the second, Frank says the second one is better. But so he gets in my car and we start talking, and he says, I got a gun. I'm like, oh really? Well, yeah, I'm going to the old block. Do you know what the old block is? I'm like, I don't know what the old block is. I was like, I had only been in Chicago a short amount of time. He's like, it's real dangerous. Then he starts talking about how he's going to meet his girlfriend. And you know what? When he tells me he's got a gun, I wasn't going to stop and kick him out, because I'm not going to get shot. I'm not going to piss him off to the point. And kind of, if you think about it, if you're in your car, you're kind of vulnerable, because they're in back, they can choke the shit out of you. I just said, oh, cool, man. Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. I just agreed with them and listened. Usually I just try when I just agree. Hey, you mentioned something about flip-flops before. Yeah, I'm wearing my Nike flip-flops. So the guy mentioned that he had a gun, and I did not, and I was really new. It's probably my fourth or fifth time riding, and it was an Uber ride. And I dropped him off, and I was scared. I wasn't scared that he was gonna shoot me. I was scared that he was gonna get out and rob a store, and I was gonna end up having to be an accessory, because he was talking about like going to the store with his girlfriend, and he had a gun in the old block. Do you get tips for showing your feet? Do your customers not notice your feet? Do you get more tips for showing me? Look, my customers don't look past probably my neck. I try to wear a decent shirt. I'm sure maybe they notice my shirt, maybe not. Mr. Do I get more tips for showing my feet? That's Mr. Rumstein or I don't know how to say that. Mr. Rumstein. Funny. No. But you can't wear it's not a good idea to wear flip-flops when you drive. It really isn't, because they get caught on the pedals, and like you're supposed to stop, all of a sudden somebody jumps in front of you. Rumorstein. Rumorstein. I get it. Rumorstein. Okay. Rumorstein. Is that your last name, or is there a story behind it? Very good. Frank says very good. Frank wants me, Frank told me I need to drink a third one of these Angry Orchard. Frank, I do not drink very much. When I decide to drink, what I do is I'll drink like 4 of these, and oh, it's your last name. Rumorstein. Are you German? I'm German. I know I don't look German, but I am German. I'm mostly German. Do you ever smoke pot, or did you give that up when you were a kid? Me? Well, Rumorstein, you need to tell me if your last name is German. all right, this is, do I smoke pot? Okay, I do not smoke pot, almost never. Are you in Illinois or in Michigan right now? I live in Michigan, or I live in Illinois. Right now, I am in Illinois. But for the 4th of July, I went to Michigan. I'm a third German, a third Dutch, and a third Polish. So what is that? Third German, third Dutch, and a third Polish. That's... So, okay. All right. Well, let me get back to subject. We were talking about... Okay. I am a mutt. Yes, me too. I am mostly German, but I have Irish. I have England. I have... Oh, we were talking about smoking pot. Do I smoke pot? I smoke once a year on my birthday, but I didn't this year on my birthday because I'm not Jewish. I did not this year on my birthday because I'm gonna be getting my CDL and I don't want that to show up. I am not Jewish, but we did do one of those ancestry things on us. And found out our ancestors originated from West Africa. So I am like Irish and all that stuff. I have a little bit of Irish because my ancestors went through Ireland to get to Germany. They say it affects your memory. Yes, it does affect your memory. What were we talking about? Exactly, Frank. What were we talking about? I get licked when I smoke pot. I get lick the windows dumb. I'm like, it's really nice in here. This is a great party. Yeah. She was talking about how she smokes on her birthday, and this year she didn't smoke. Yeah, no, because, all right, I won't say which family members. Oh, I'll just say it. My kids smoke. You look like you're 28 or 29 years old. Well, thanks, Rumor Scene. You're my favorite person. Your biggest dog you had in your car. What's the biggest dog? I haven't had any dogs in my car. Nobody. I've never had to pick up a dog. But let me tell you a trick. You go to the dollar store and you buy one of those rubber gloves, or you buy a box of gloves, okay? And you just put the gloves on your hands and you can wipe it off. Yes, I smoke pot with my kids. They're 19 and 22. Yes. My kids are 19 and 22. They're older. I never smoked pot until my kids talked me into it. They influenced their mother. I know. Yeah. Rumor Stein says I'm a cool mom. I smoked pot when I was younger, like here and there every so often, but when I got older, my kids talked me into it. So you're 29 years young? Well, sure, I'm 29. No, I'm not 29. I have a group of blind people in my area that bring a dog from time to time. He's very well behaved. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you get the hair on if you use surgical gloves, or you just go to Walgreens and buy medical gloves, or just and you can wipe the hair off your seats, because if you have gloves, or you just take a wet cloth. People go out and buy all those rollers, and you spend your money. That's spending money. If you just buy the wet medical gloves, it'll just come right off real easy. I've seen people like bring like cat hair all over their clothes, and you just take a wet cloth, wipe it off, or surgical gloves or I keep a dishwashing glove in just in case. But you know what? I've heard people say they'll see somebody on the side of the road with a dog, and they'll keep on driving, and they can't find them. I don't know where you are. Can't find you. Yeah. They'll just see them on the side of the road. Oops, I didn't see you. I have a Valor and a knit seat. Hair really clings to it. Yeah. Well, you gotta use the surgical gloves. I'm serious. If you go to the hospital and steal some of those gloves, stick them in your pocket. Put them in the back of your car. It'll get it off real easy. I used to, when I was younger, when I was like 19 with my very first husband, I would bring him to the hospital, and he would like play with every freaking thing in the hospital, and he would always blow up all these surgical gloves, and he would bring home all kinds of supplies. The hair gets in the knit. The hair gets in the knit. I would say you should, Franco, why don't you just get all right, either do this. Either if you see a freaking dog, why don't you just like you have one nearby you that these blind people, they have a dog. Get some surgical gloves. People with pets have hair on their clothes. Yep. I did a drug pickup once without me knowing it until the ride was over. I see. Yeah, I have seen where the Uber driver had people in the car, and the people were dealing drugs, like they were stopping for a drug pickup, and he kicked him out of his car. And he had it on video, and he put it on YouTube. And it was a really popular video. But he kicked him out of his car. The problem, I think, everything shows on black seats. Well, I have black seats. I don't have problems, Franco. You got to get yourself a pair of dishwashing gloves or surgical gloves. Okay, to anybody else have scary stories? This is supposed to be a Friday the 13th scary story. And we're talking about dogs. I love dogs. I love dogs. Mine are Valor with knit seating areas. Maybe get some seat covers. I don't know what Valor or knit seating is. And then I'm wondering if he's being goofy, because sometimes it's funny. Who has knit seating in their car? Frank, why do you have knit seats in your car? No, take my word for it. The hair sticks to it. All right, Franco. Why don't you get seat covers? That's what it came with. They look really nice. Well, here is a solution to that. They do make, you could do this. And I thought about doing this. Buying one of those pet seat covers, and when you do have to pick up a dog, can you ask them if you could put the pet seat cover on the seats before they get in the car? You can always do that. You can buy one of those, go on wish.com, and you can get them for a pretty good price. It'll take them freaking forever to send them to you, but you could get them for a decent price. Probably $20. Get a seat cover for the back seat. And then the minute the dog's out, bam, you're good. You don't have all kinds of hair sticking to it. That's what I would do. The dog always sits on the front, on the floor. They train them. Oh, okay. That's, yeah. Well, if there's a blind person, you're probably right. They probably have one of those trained dogs. I'm waiting for people to tell me some scary stories. This is the Friday the 13th scary. What kind of car do you drive, Franco? I think I asked you that once. I'm almost certain. My scary story is a Mexican guy who tried to pick me up and thought I was a top. Told him I don't swing that route. I'm happily married. 2015 Altima. I have no idea what an Altima is. I'm sure I've seen it. So you had a gay guy hit on you, and that's scary? He thought you were a top, huh? You know what I think about gay men? They give gay people, there are some gay men, and there are some lesbian women. And they give gay people a bad name because they hit on the straight people. And I think that is like off bounds. That's out of bounds. They shouldn't be doing that. Best-selling mid-size car in America. All right. I will have to look it up. You know what, Franco? I was just looking up what's the best Uber and Lyft cars. We Jamaicans don't play with that gay guy stuff. Okay, but I'm sure there are gay men Jamaicans. I'm sure. I am absolutely positive. You know, in every race, even in animals, there are gays. For Uber X. I was looking, yeah, for Uber and Lyft. I think it was just, I just Googled what are the best cars for Uber and Lyft. Probably for Uber X, yes. Because it didn't say anything about a Lincoln. I think the Prius was one of them. My car was one of them. My Toyota Corolla. So what shift? 20K and get 50 miles. Oh! You get 50 miles per gallon, Franco. I'll trade you. My buddy. I got a 2017. I want to guess. No, the Prius gets 50 plus. Yes, I know the Prius gets. They are gay Jamaicans, but most of them live outside the island. Because they would get stoned. I get 32 in the city. I get 20. I get almost all the time I get 28. Whether it's on the highway or in the city. I mean, I almost 40 on the highway. So the Jamaicans are going to stone the other Jamaicans because they're gay. Other Jamaicans because they're gay. I love all people. I love all people. I think some people are tripping. Like, if a gay man is hitting on somebody that's not gay, you know, I don't think that's right. But, you know, I feel like a straight man should be secure enough in his sexuality to be like, no, I'm sorry. Thank you, though. That was a compliment. It was nice, but my sexuality is hetero. That's all I'm saying. I feel, you know, if somebody wants to, I know it can be annoying, though. Some people don't accept no. People, you know. Franco, what's your scary story? Did I lose everybody? I gotta have some gum. Get a piece of hair in it? No, that's part of the gum. I had a pickup out in the middle of nowhere once. I personally have nothing against gay people, but that's how the island is. Oh, yeah. I understand. No roads, no houses, no lights. Franco says. I was thinking I was in a pecan orchard. My spouse is Mexican and has no address. The house that we own has no address. That's how remote it is. I'm sure I turned the car off. There was not a sound. So what did you do? I hope you stayed in your car, Franco. You know, in Michigan, where I'm from originally, there are bobcats. You got out and had a cigarette. Yelled Uber a few times. You got out and yelled Uber? Franco gets out. Uber! Why don't you just text him Uber? I got $8.02, no show fee. Really? How did you get an $8.02 no show fee? I thought it was like $5. Maybe it depends on where you go. Did you call Uber? Is that how you got $8.02? Be like, I was driving forever. You get paid for waiting. Oh, I see. Yes, I see. And you got a long pickup fee. Oh, I see. Does everybody know that when you do, it was way out? Yeah, you got to be careful going way out. There is a problem if you go way out because you can, I had to go, that's why I smoked the cig. Yeah, you got to be careful when you go way out because one time it was a snowstorm when I went out to, my ex-husband lives way the heck out. And I said to my daughter, because she was at the house, I was trying to pick her up. I live in a rural area. I said, listen, give me the address to your dad's house. I'll use my GPS to get there. Well, I got out there, like, you lose signal. Small town in a rural area. Franco, how do you do Uber if you have a really small town? I thought Uber was only in big towns. Few rides. Oh, you must do just a few rides every so often. A lot of waiting. Very slow. Now I have not driven for 2 weeks. Was online Friday night for 5 hours and did not get a ride. Oh wow. Dang. I don't know if well, I wouldn't be doing that. You just do it for extra. Guess I'll try again next week and see how it goes. You just do it for fun or something, Franco? Strolls out and the snowbirds are all gone. School's out and all the snowbirds are all gone. Yeah. Nobody wanting to come to small cities to party. Although the place I like to go camping, it's out in the Manistee National Forest. And there have been times where there's best week was $450. My best week was, I think, a $900 week. You probably don't even have to use GPS, do you, Franco? You probably know your whole area. I get 1.3125 per mile more than most. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Need GPS. Oh, you do need GPS. I figured you probably knew your area so well that you didn't need it. I think you're the only person in here, Franco. Everything is new. Mant streets have no signs. What? They don't have any signs? Where do you live at, Franco? Says there's 2 people in here. Some streets have no signs. I've lived here for 4 years. What state do you live in, Franco? Yeah, so you know the town. Yeah. La Cruces, New Mexico? Oh, okay. I have a brother, or a cousin that lives in New Mexico. Him and his wife. Most rides are out of town. Well, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people just want to leave town and go to other places, you know. Town's only a few blocks. Wow. This time the police are waving at me. So let me see, if you're in New Mexico, I have a friend that lives down that area. You can take them. Yeah. So it is 1:26 here right now. You must be like, let's see, 11:26, Franco? Am I guessing right? Or is it 12:26? Yeah, 12:26, that's right. That's right, because my friend I used to talk to, I was in Michigan, and Michigan is an hour more. And my friend lives in Nevada, not Nevada, Arkansas? No. Arizona, Nevada. Next state over, it's one more hour. Next state over is one more hour. Arizona, Nevada, Arizona. Where does she... Arizona is west of New Mexico. Yeah, I know. I know, but it's down near you. Closer. Nevada is east. Yeah. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Nevada is north. Is it east or north or northeast? Not, and it's not Nevada, not Nevada, you know, where all the gambling goes on. Texas is east. North, because Texas is east. Okay, I see. The town is named Nevada. Right? No. What is the name? Yeah, but I'm talking about the name of the town that she lived in Arizona, or maybe it was in New Mexico. Las Vegas. Yes, there's a Las Vegas. It's not Nevada. She lives in Las Vegas, I think New Mexico. Or Arizona. I remember if it's in Arizona or New Mexico. Viva Las Vegas. I know, but I think the city that she lives in is Las Vegas, New Mexico. My friend. Yeah, there is a Las Vegas, New Mexico, and my friend lives in Las Vegas, New Mexico. I was thinking it was Arizona, but it's not. It's New Mexico. I've been friends with her since 2008. I've never met her face to face. We've always talked on... We started talking on MySpace. We've always talked on the phone, time in, time out. We've been through tons of stuff together. Always talked on the phone. Never met face to face. I figured, you know, when I go down to Mexico, maybe I'll stop in New Mexico and visit my cousin and visit her. Maybe I'll visit you, Franco. We can have a couple brewskis, right? Frank, your last name is Al Franco? I just noticed that. Frank El Franco. Angry Orchards, yeah. What do you drink when you drink Frank El Franco? You don't drink much. Me neither. I just drink one Angry Orchard. Usually one Angry Orchard a night. I don't like getting drunk. And Bud Talls. You like White Russian and Bud Talls. Like Budweiser? Tall Budweisers? Rollin' Rock, but only in pony bottles. What? Only in the pony bottles? Isn't Rollin' Rock a type of root beer? Yeah, in tall bottles. Oh. Well, Franco, I've been on for an hour and a half, and it's just you and me, buddy. And at bar time, I'm waiting for my spouse to get out of the bar. I'm probably gonna have to roll every bit. Bottles are like 9 ounces. No, it's beer. Oh, okay. Pony bottles are like 9 ounces. No, it's beer. That's just a little tiny bottle. That's not a tall bottle. 9 ounces? It's like that big. Oh, yeah, small bottles. Pony bottles. So you just drink a little bit. This little tiny bottles. It's because it doesn't taste that good. I only like maybe light beer. I don't like beer that's like... I might drink one little one. And when I drink a beer, I'm like, I'll drink a little bit of this. Ugh. It's all right. I don't go, oh yeah, beer. When I have the Angry Orchard, I'm like, yeah, this is good. I want something that tastes good. Well, Franco, I'm going to end this. I hope you have an awesome night, buddy. I'm sure the bar is going to get out pretty soon. Beer is different depending on how it's packaged. Oh, yeah. You're probably right. You're probably right. Friday the 13th is over. I know. I know. I just wanted to have a fun time. We got through it. No accidents. It's all good. Frank, when are you going to put up another video? You're still living. Yep. I had a friend that used to say, how do you get that old? And he would just joke around and say, just keep sucking air. Okay, buddy, I'm going to end this live stream. I'll talk to you later, buddy.